Well, thank you very much, and good evening, everyone, and thanks for spending the evening with us just on the eve of this big weekend. I'm going to go from a very different perspective compared to my predecessor. The kind of business we're in, I'm the Philippe Odouard, the Managing Director of XTEK. We are a listed company on the stock exchange here in Australia, headquartered here in Canberra. We do a lot of different defence projects in particular. And today I want to talk about, one particular innovation that we are bringing to market as we speak. The concept that we have here is reasonably easy to understand. The problem that people have, the problem that we're resolving, has been resolved in the past, but it has been resolved for satellites or for drones that are costing, anything around the $100 million mark. The market has changed considerably since these technologies have been available in the world or in the market. Today, we are really very much in terms of very small drones. You see them, flying around Canberra or anywhere in Australia on weekends, and they, some of them cost a few $1,000s. I mean, they're very, very small, very inexpensive. They fly very low. And of course, they don't provide the same, they don't have the same optics and the same things as the very big ones. So the problem is, how do we get pictures or things that a huge satellite or a huge drone would provide you with a very small UAV? And that's really what we've actually resolved and we'd like to present today. So the first problem you have when you look at this, your drone is probably going to go at about 50 meters high, and compared to others that would be at 10,000 or even hundreds of kilometers if you talk about satellites. So the first problem you have is when you're at 50 meters high, what you see through your video camera typically is like looking through a straw. So try and sort of understand what you see, especially in Australia where you have a bit of bush, and the bush looks very much like another part of the bush. So you get pictures, you get videos, motion videos, real time, not a problem. But you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know where they're located and what you see. So the first thing that this problem had to be resolved, which was not a problem for the big guys, is how do you put it in context? Oh, that's the wrong one. So you can see in the small corner here what you see from the video, and you can see how it is put in context with what we call foundation data, which is say Google Earth or these kinds of things, or different things that you can have there, and you can see that suddenly you have not only the present status of a particular video shown by the drone on one side, but you can see where it takes place, and you can see this building that is shown in there is not of great interest. Suddenly, this drone is going to give you all the cars that are around it. It will give you people that are going around. Typically, we use IR video as well, so at night you could see people moving around. So you have all this, real time. In the context of a general map that you can actually put in there. The second thing that it does, the problem is when you have a video, it actually moves very quickly, and so your drone will come by on a particular area, and in a few seconds it's gone. So you can actually take one little chip and basically see a picture and then keep it as it is. The third thing you can do is, because all this is geo-referenced, that little chip you can actually indicate the longitude, latitude of that particular area, and then pass it on a very, very small pipe, sort of a radio, to sort of give that target to someone else. And the third thing that you can do is that you can actually create a mosaic. That means you can recreate a map in near real time. That means within a few minutes, you can recreate a map out of nothing or out of a ground data, which suddenly will give you a map that didn't exist before. So, as you can see, that's a very interesting concept that is now being finalized and presented. So thank you very much.